All right, we already started adding some of the grain. We got our Belgian Pilsner malt in there, some aromatic malt. We are brewing a Belgian single today. We call it 7Abbaye. And once we get the rest of this grain mixed in thoroughly, we'll let it mash for about an hour. Go ahead and hit stop. All right, we are perfect right now, actually.
Brewing beer with Maxwell.
All right, so now what we're doing is vorloffing. We're pulling the wort from the bottom and filtering it through the top of the grain to get all the little proteins and any kind of sediment out. We'll do this until the wort is running out like clear. At which point we'll pull the grains out, let it drain, and we'll get ready to start the boil. All right, so do this to filter it all throughout. This will catch the bigger chunks, and then the rest of it will kind of trickle through these holes so that we're not creating a hole in the bottom from just pouring it and kind of defeating the purpose of what we're trying to do here. But as you can see, it's coming out kind of milky. After about 4 or 5 times of doing this, it'll start looking a lot more clear, but we're gonna do it until it's completely clear. And come back and I'll show you once we get to that point. All right, been doing this for about 30 minutes or so. Look how much more clear that's coming out. Go ahead and stop that. Start filtering it back through. I mean, you can tell there's a massive difference in the way that looks. I mean, it was looking like mud, now it's coming out pretty clear. I'll probably do this a couple more times. And then Eli is not here right now, but when he gets back, we'll lift the grains out, drain it out, and start our boil process. But this coming out clear is what we wanted. All right, so now we got this all rolled up. I'm gonna let that drain down to the bottom, get all the nice juiciness of that wort. So what we have now is called wort. Basically beer before it's got alcohol in it. Once this drains out, we'll kick that heat on and we'll start getting a boil ready. All right, so we're gonna add an ounce of German Hallertau Mittelfuhr and an ounce of Styrian Golding hops. We're gonna put it in this bag instead of just let it all free ball in there. If it's just 1 ounce, we can free ball it in there, but when I go any more than that, we wanna have it in something. We're gonna have it in this little thing. This is actually what we kept our grain in while we did our mash. Is that all of it?
Yep.
All right. And we are going to let that be in the boil. We're gonna let that be in the boil for about 30 minutes. Should give us an IBU of anywhere from 17 to 20, which is kind of on the low side for the style, but it's just fine for what we're doing. Yeah, just plop that in like a tea bag. Steep it. Yeah. You know, just kind of. All right. And then in about 30 minutes, we'll be pulling those out and killing the boil and get to the cooling section. And this time we'll actually get you a video of it cooling. Last time shit was too hot and I couldn't get it on film. All right, so we're gonna chill this copper coil until we get it down to about 65 degrees. The ground temp of the water is a little too high to get there, so we'll probably end up having to add some ice to it at some point. But once we get it where we want it, we're gonna add it to the fermenter. Then we're gonna add a pound of golden Belgian candy syrup to the fermenter and get it going. Add the yeast and be pitching it, and we'll be on our way to have some beer. Eli's forehead. All right, so we got that beer in the fermenter. I forgot to get it on camera. I'm gonna let it kind of chill overnight, and I'm gonna pitch the yeast in the morning. I'm not gonna bother videotaping that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one out. We are actually about to start doing the next batch, which is gonna be Shire's Best, which for legal reasons probably can't call it that, so we're gonna just call it Halfling's Best. It's gonna be an English Best bitter. Comment if you got any questions, and give a like and a follow.